Scorpio, this is your reading for October. Your first card is the Page of Cups. It's wonderful to have innocence, and the page is very much a depiction of innocence. And in some ways, you very innocently give everything to everybody else, which also tells me that by giving everything to everybody else, you very innocently don't give anything to you. In fact, everybody else is your priority and not you. And this needs to change. No surprise there. Because what you're getting in return is an awful lot of hassle. Because in the bottom of this picture, we can see all the waves around you, around the rock that you're standing on. And by giving so much in your innocence, because that's part of your psyche, that you want everybody to be happy, probably at your own cost, by standing on that rock in the ocean, you're isolating yourself. And what you need to do this month is get off your rock and swim to the shore. Now, Scorpio, you're the sign of the Prince of Darkness. And that very nicely runs into what I'm going to say next. Because your governing sign, your governing planet is Pluto. He is the Prince of the underworld, of all things dark. He teaches us lessons. And I have an attachment to this video, which I will link in the back of this video, about Pluto visiting Capricorn and Aquarius this year. And in that video, about a good halfway through, you've got all the tips that you need to help you to help you through this phase. Because we're in a massive phase where we're all pivoting. Every single star sign is pivoting because Pluto is revisiting Capricorn. And Capricorn this time last year was giving us all a really good kicking. And guess what? It's back for more, because Pluto went into Aquarius at the beginning of this year and has given us a little bit of an easier time, but it's come back into Capricorn to say, hey, wake up. You forgot to change some things last year. You didn't stick to your New Year's resolutions. So I'm giving you one last chance, and I'm bashing your head at the moment. I'm making you wobble. I'm giving you a good kicking because you need to wake up. Because around the middle of November, Pluto is going into Aquarius. Watch that video because it'll tell you what you need to know about that. But I just need to deal with October. Because October, we're getting the full onslaught of Pluto being in Capricorn. This is like, you're getting the memo, you need to read it, it's got clear instructions on it, and you need to make some changes. They're maybe not big changes, but they're changes that you've not done, that maybe you should have done this time last year, perhaps. Or maybe they were changes that you never got round to making for many, many years. But wherever this innocence of yours falls, and wherever you consider everybody else far more than you, that needs to change. And you need to circumnavigate the waves that are around you, because people around you, A, aren't going to have the information unless you give them the links to my videos, and B, you're going to navigate these stormy waters and they're not going to like it because they've all got an opinion. And usually the opinion in these situations go, you've changed, and you're going to go, yeah, I have, isn't it great? Not, oh, have I? Question mark. Dunno, did I change? Yes, you're changing, but we're all changing. And some people in this world are going to get all the right messages and going to make the right changes. So make the change, allow yourself to consider you at every level, in every way. Be important to yourself, and you can still stay in that state of innocence. It just means you're not being a fool given to everybody else. Give less, it equals more. Because next card in is possibly my favourite card of the whole pack. I love this card, the Two of Cups. The picture is beautiful. It's about embracing everything that we have around us. But you can't embrace everything around us if you're giving way too much and not embracing you. And this card is also about learning to receive what the universe is giving to you. But sometimes the universe plays tricks on us, because I ask many people when they're coming to see me for their sessions, what do you want? What do you need? They go, I don't know what I want, I don't know what I need. I know what I don't need, but they haven't got a clue what they do need or want. And this card is very heavily tied into a relationship, but because this is a general reading, even in a general reading, what do you need? Is the universe playing tricks on you? Is the universe sending you lots of things that you actually don't need, and you're going, this is not what I want? But you keep saying the same thing. You keep saying, this isn't what I want. Okay, how about changing that to, actually what I need is... Because if you keep telling the universe, this is not what I want, guess what the universe does? It plays tricks on you. It gives you more of the same. What you need going forwards. Because you need the embrace. You need things to work for you. You need things to be easy, because we're moving from this state of innocence into a state of cohesion, where things are coming together, where we're wise to everything, where we know we can see that train coming down the track, but that's definitely not what I want. But actually what I need, oh, that's just the snail over there that's getting to me slowly, but I'll be patient and it will turn up. So work out exactly what you need. You know the list of what you don't need. So write that down and then flip everything and write exactly what you do need. Because it's really important. Because the universe actually is trying to help you. But it can only help you if you're in agreement that you're going to help yourself into the bargain. Come away from the negativity, which again is a big Scorpio trait. Negative internal dialogue, boot that out. Put in the positive internal dialogue of, I'm doing this, I'm getting there, I'm being successful, I'm being strong, I'm being positive, I know what I need. Do all those things and everything will start happening for you. Because your Five of Cups comes in here and it says, you've tried. Boy, have you tried. You've tried and tried and tried and tried again. The only problem was you didn't get the message out of trying so much. You ignored your own memo. Because it's a bit like selling a car. The car salesman comes up to you and goes, do you like this car? And you go, yeah. How much do you like it? Do you want to go for a drive in it? Maybe. And you're not so sure, but the salesman keeps trying to sell you the car, and you're in your head, you're going like, could you just go away? Because I want to think about this. I want to make my own decision because I don't really want to have that heavy sale. But here, you've had many cars sold to you, and more to the point, you've tried to sell many cars, but you didn't listen, that they didn't want what you were giving. And maybe it's not that they didn't want it, it's maybe they couldn't appreciate what you were giving. Because Scorpio, you're all about style, and you're all about giving nice things. But maybe you had a whole load of people that you chose randomly that don't appreciate what you give. And really, on that second bit of, do you want another car? You should have walked away when you got there. Actually, no, don't sell me anything. But behind you, we have two more cups. We have two more opportunities. And again, normally this gets tied into a relationship, but because it's a general reading, I'll keep it general. There's better things coming towards you. And you need to allow all these cups here to fall into the river that's going in front of the castle. Because the river only flows in one way. And it means that all that negativity can go away from you now, if you let it. Because the cups are still on the bank, which means you're still thinking about everything. You're still contemplating. You're still trying to understand exactly what's happened. Quit out of understanding, because you're never going to get the answer. And you're most definitely never going to get the answer that you really need. The time has come now to walk away from everything. Walk over the bridge that is going over this river and walk up to your castle. Because your castle is you. Your castle is your own psychology. Your castle is your own thought process. Allow you to understand you now. Allow you to understand exactly what you need going forwards. But that castle is also strong and powerful and impenetrable. So once you've locked in exactly what you need, it's not going to leave you. And that is the secret to your success that's coming towards you. Because your next card is the Fool card. And the Fool card says that you're starting on a brand new journey. You're going forwards. But you can only take a few things with you. Know exactly what you need to take. Because you can't take absolutely everything. You can take the few valuable lessons or the few valuable possessions with you on your new journey. Because you have to leave everything else behind, because it hasn't been working for you, and you know that. And you cannot revert to your old way of doing things, because ultimately that's what this is all about. You cannot continue to be old you. This is about taking a bravery tablet, well actually a whole bottle, so that you know you can be you, so that you no longer need to be insecure, because unfortunately the insecurity that creeps into your mind is another Scorpio trait. Create your own security. Like I said here, you have a castle. It's strong. That is you. You are going to be secure in your own castle. You're going to be secure in your own mind, in the way that you know you want to do things, in the way that you know you need to do everything. You're creating it. I'm just giving you the advice. You can do whatever you like to do, but make sure it works for you, because this is the start of a brand new journey. And if you watch the video that I've attached to this journey is lasting for the next 20 years. It's so important you get your first steps correct along the way, because the Fool starts again in innocence. To innocence here. You're starting again in innocence, but this time you're wise to your innocence. You can still carry on being innocent in your approach to everything, but you're a wise owl now, because you've learnt so much along your path to date, and you can bring those lessons with you so that you can be super smart going forwards. The Three of Swords here just reminds you that you've tried, and really I don't really want to pay much lip service to this, other than to say you don't need to be Cinderella anymore. And I think if any card comes up so often for Scorpio, it is the Three of Swords. Because you do put yourself down, you don't value yourself, you never think that you're good enough. You give that version to everybody else, that they're all totally amazing and that they can all walk all over you. That's got to change. You don't need to be Cinderella anymore. You can put on your finery, and you can go to the ball, and you can be proud of what you've achieved and what you will be achieving in the future. You don't need to look back in anger. You don't need to carry pain. You don't need to carry hurt. Because you've done everything for a reason. You've had your answers. You've seen the results. Some are good, some are not so good. Some are deeply unpleasant, but you know you've tried. And that innocence you can return to at any stage. But like I've just said, you can be a wise owl in the back of that innocence now and allow yourself to move on. Because your last card is the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles gives you the most amazing opportunity to harvest all your good work. And that means, in this context, that you've done many, many good things in your life. It's just that you've put them in a cupboard and you've locked them away because you didn't think that you'd really done a good enough job. But actually you did. You did an amazing job, and you underrate yourself. And this card says now, you can see the rewards. This is the card of harvest. You get the money for selling your crop. You've put in a lot of hard work over your life, be it a short lifespan or a long lifespan, however old you are. You've put an awful lot in, but now you need to get an awful lot back. This is the time for you to allow all that awful lot coming back to come to you, and for you to ultimately embrace it. For you to allow everything to come towards you that you've ever wanted. And ultimately, I would say the big thing is that wonderful sense of security. There are two things in our lives that make us feel secure. One is a financial reward, or having a nice bank account, and the other is companionship. And when we don't have those, we do feel fundamentally insecure, and it's very difficult for us to live with our own shadow. But even if you are having to live with your own shadow, know that the rewards are coming back to you, and that you have put in an awful lot of energy, and yes, had an awful lot of wet fishes in your face, but you're getting there. And this change that's coming up for you is going to be massive. Allow yourself to be the wise owl. Allow yourself to let go of everything and not to feel rejected or vindictive about anything, because another thing Scorpio does is a lesson learnt nice and coldly, preferably a cold bowl of porridge. Know that you've done all the right things, know that you have all the right attributes, and know that you are going to create the most amazing path forwards for you this month. If you're liking my content, please like and subscribe to my videos. It means a lot to me and I love to have your engagement. And if you've got any questions or need to know anything, just pop me a comment